Hey, what's up guys, it's T-Bone here and welcome to the first episode where we explore a new game that I just downloaded a couple days ago called Legend of Solgard. So this is a turn-based strategy game and I really like the game aspect of this. It's very kid-friendly and it's a lot of fun and it's very slow-paced, which is very different than some of the other games I played. And so I wanted to check this out and try this and share this with you as well. Now, if you've tuned in to watch Legendary Game of Heroes videos, I will be resuming my regular activities tomorrow when the preview is available, so stay tuned for that. And today, we're just going to be exploring this new game here. Now, before we jump into the levels, I wanted to just kind of explore a little bit, being that this is a new game and I'm just starting out. This is really sort of the first look as a beginner for the game itself. So I'm currently in the play menu, so you can see here it's the type of game where you progress through levels, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Looks like this will go up to maximum level 40. And this is sort of the campaign menu. Now, if you kind of look in the bottom here, you can see immediately there's an option for guilds. I haven't joined any guilds yet. I'm actually thinking about creating my own guild. I just need to collect 500 gold. And you can also see collection here. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. This just kind of talks about what cards you have. They're called creatures. I have 3 creatures right now: Rough Paw, Elfling, and Grimchop. And then you can also go to the shop, but we're going to skip that because we're going to be free to play right now. We're not going to actually do anything for purchase. Now there is something here on the left arrow that we're going to explore, but you can see right now I play a little bit. I'm at level 3 and it kind of gives you the stats, and you can also see you can have some equipment, items, and whatnot. So it's kind of an RPG as well. You can equip items and you can see your attack and everything. So as you level up, you're going to get better stat boost. And then if you go here, this tells you also what kind of different modes you have as you go through the level. So right now we can go through the campaign, and as you can see, Treasure Cave unlocks at level 5, and level 6, 7, 8, finally at level 12 is when you unlock Underworld. And there's more game modes that'll be coming out soon. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of different things that you can try out. But right now, let's just go ahead and check out the campaign. Now I played through the tutorial and then 2 levels after that. So there's new abilities that we've unlocked as well. I'm going to go over them here. And it looks like there's a wooden chest. Let's go ahead and open it to get some gold. Looks like, let's see, we have some Elfling gem and Rough Paw gem. All right, and also 25 gold. So these gems, these little shards you collect, allow you to summon additional items. And right now I have enough to upgrade Elfling. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So let's go ahead and spend some sun gems to upgrade the Elfling. So we'll go ahead and upgrade the strength. So it's still, I'm still not completely done with all of the tutorials yet, but it's very intuitive. So let's go ahead and do this. So I can see that my elf is now stronger. So it has strength 3. That's good. And now let's go back to our campaign. So that was level 5 right there. That's good. So I just basically got some things there. And then you can see level 6 here, the Blessing of Sana. You can see what you can get as a guaranteed reward. And you can have, different slots. I have 3 slots filled up right now with Rough Paw, Elfling, and Grimchop. Let's go ahead and play. So how the game works so far, based on my understanding, it's turn-based. And so you can have 3 moves each time it's your turn, and you can do different things. Right now, we're going to go through this tutorial here to create a barrier. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and so I can actually show you while we're doing this. So the way this works is you're always trying to create 3 in a row or more, and in order to attack, you need to create 3 in a row per column, and you can move them to different columns as you can see. Or in this case, based on this tutorial, you can put 3 across and you can create barriers. And you can also take a card out of rotation by double clicking on it. And when you double click, it returns, the card basically goes back to your personal inventory. Now you can see there's a little arrow here that tells you that you can basically send more creatures out there. But right now what I can also do is I can take this guy right here and I can put them into this column so that I can create 3 of them. And when you combine 3, it turns into a larger creature that will then attacking. The goal here is to attack this ice portal that's at the very end. You can see the health here. The ice portal has a health of 11 and I have a health of 8. And right now we have a big ballista here that is going to attack for 5. You can see the hit point there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and now hit the arrow, and what we can do here is we could let's go ahead and build a barrier as it suggests. right? So then as you build up these barriers, when you combine items, it always goes to the very front. And we also want to make sure that we can build up, a team for attack. And so you can see this elfling right there, it didn't have any obstructions in front of it, so it can just go unhindered to attack. And so now I can go ahead and send out more creatures. And right now the rough paw is in the way, so I'm going to clear him there. And I have this barrier that has 5 health, so I can definitely withstand the attack from the ballista. And here I have another empty slot. I can just keep attacking with my elfling. And each time I attack with an elfling, he deals 3 damage. All right, so now I can create more barriers, or I can use my rough paw to actually deal some more damage. And let's go ahead and let's see. So what I can do is I can move this. I can remove the rough paw to create a barrier, and then I can send out more rough paw. Okay, so what you saw there was the rough paw went through a boss, one of the minions there, and then its attack got reduced a little bit. So that's how it works. Every time you attack, if there's something in the way, its overall attack gets decreased by 1, and so that you'll have less to attack against the ice portal. And so it's always best, if you can plan your attack so that you can attack where the enemy is not there. And what I'm going to do here is I can create more barrier, but really what I want to do is I want to try to create an attack team, and I can do it on the left side. And with that, we're going to be able to take down the ice portal without taking any damage, and defeat the boss and get some rewards. Okay, and so that's level 6 there. So that's a very sort of a short plate there. Let's try another level here for this episode, and let's see if there's anything different. And okay, so we have 4 guarantee. I wonder if there's also any sort of random drops. So the idea here is, as you play through, you're going to unlock new abilities. Right now we have barrier, and we can also create these. So I'm going to go ahead and create a barrier 4 here to block for my to block that ballista. And I can also create a creature here. Now you can see when I combined 2 of them, I created a larger creature. You can actually create more, and every time they attack, they go back to you, and so you can summon them again. And so what you can do here is I can go ahead and I'll show you how this works. So it looks like I only have 1 move left, so I can't do that. But what you can basically do is you can also line up 2 more of the smaller creatures behind the big one, and you'll actually then make a larger, basically a larger version of it. And so what I'll do here is I'm going to create that guy there, and then I'll create another barrier. So let's go ahead and do an attack, and we have 7 remaining. And Grim Chop, he actually does not attack immediately as soon as you combine them. He actually waits 1 turn. And let's go ahead and combine this guy to attack the ballista and do 1 damage there. And now if I just let's see, I think Rough Paw attacks for 2. Okay. So he attacks for 2, so I will need to, let's go ahead and bring up more. Okay, so then let's go ahead and combine him. Now we can do a combined attack of 4, and we can clear the level. So it's relatively easy, but then again, we're only in the first sort of 7 levels here. And I can imagine that as the level goes higher, it's going to be more difficult, but the strategy is, that's where the strategy aspect comes in. It's always going to be about optimal placement of your units or your creatures, and make sure that you could defeat the boss or destroy the portal before you lose all your health. And let's go ahead and collect this reward for today. So we have daily quests as well, and there's also, I think, login bonus. So, okay, so hero level 4. So if I just level up 1 more time, I'll be able to get a login bonus as well. So that's good. And so that's pretty much the gameplay there. I think that it's actually a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. Hopefully you enjoy as well. And what I'll be doing is I'll definitely be creating a guild as soon as I have enough gold. I have 130 here. I just need 500. And what I'll do in the next episode is if I have a guild set up, I will share the guild name, and feel free to join me if you enjoyed this game. Let's try this out together. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.